Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising cancers. So basically what you guys are looking at is the energies you guys can expect to be walking into the month of December. And for any planet or asteroid that you guys see is not in the correct house placement that it should be in, that's because when we get to that transit, when it moves into a certain house, a certain zodiac sign, like for example, December 4th, that's when Venus will be entering Scorpio in your guys' fifth house. I will then at that point move Venus into that house placement at that time when we get to that part of the video. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the transits first, and then I'm going to be going over my channeled messages, and I'm going to be doing that weekly. Okay, so let's get to it, guys. What can you guys be expecting the first week of December? So let's talk about the transits first. December 1st, Mercury enters Capricorn. All right, so, and sorry about this. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway, your seventh house, Mercury enters your seventh house in Capricorn on December 1st. All right. December 2nd, Mercury in Capricorn will be sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your ninth house. So for those of you who don't know what a sextile is, the way I look at this is, basically, if you put in minimum work, you're more than likely going to get whatever it is you guys are looking to achieve. So let's say it's the job you guys, let's say it's a job you guys want. All you have to do is fill out the application, go on the job interview, and you're more than likely going to get the job. Venus sextile Mars. This is a type of energy in general that usually gets along with the opposite sex. However, if you guys aren't talking to the opposite sex, then it's not going to be able to do its job, right? So a sextile requires work, but minimum work. So if you guys talk to the opposite sex, this is going to be an easy energy. This is going to be an energy that gets along well with the opposite sex. just to give you an example. Okay. Let's see. December 3rd, Venus in Libra in your guys' fourth house is squaring Pluto in Capricorn in your seventh house. Okay, so a square to me is, I mean, think of a square in general, right? What is that popular thing? The escape room, right? Something like that. Where you guys, I think, have to find the door to get out. I don't know, I've never done it, but basically you guys can always level up, right? Eventually, when you guys keep going back to those things, you get better and better each time. So that's exactly what a square is. A square is a karmic lesson, a life lesson. There is a holdup, a block. It takes time to get better at this thing, but once you keep practicing and you keep trying, you will be really, really good at it. So there's some type of holdup here on December 3rd. Then on December 4th, Venus enters Scorpio in your guys' fifth house. I like this energy. Not everybody does. I personally like it. It's a very deep energy. Yeah. Okay. So then December 5th, Venus in Scorpio in your fifth house is trining Saturn in Pisces in your ninth house. So a trine in astrology is looked at as a blessing, but it's such an easy flowing energy. I look at this almost as, and obviously everybody else is going to have their own opinion, just as anything in life, but this is almost like being born into money, right? You don't realize it's a blessing because you're born into it, but it makes your life easier in some aspects, right? You don't realize what it's like not to have money. That can be looked at as a blessing. However, it's easy to not realize it's a blessing because it's come so easy. So there's something going on so far in regards to Mercury and Capricorn, sextiling Saturn and Pisces, something in regards to learning, because the ninth house I think of as a higher education or spirituality, manifesting practices, and there's something with the mind and stabilizing something becoming more concrete, possibly communication or a thought process about another person or with another person, and somehow it involves literally a romantic partner is what I'm picking up on, just to throw that out there. Then December 6th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces in your ninth house. Now you'll notice I kept this indirect, like I wrote direct. This is because I believe going into December 1st, you guys will already feel the direct energy of Neptune. Everyone is not going to agree with me on this one, but based off my channeled messages, this is just what I believe. I do not believe on December 6th, this is when you guys are going to feel the Neptune direct energy. I just don't. I don't think it's black or white that way. I think by December 1st, you guys will, without a doubt, already be feeling the direct energy of Neptune. Okay, December 7th, Mercury in Capricorn in your seventh house will be trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 11th house. Okay, so again, another blessing, an easy flowing energy. And this is involving groups of people, your social networking, friends, online, something of that nature. Okay, so what are my channeled messages for my sun, moon, rising Cancers for the first week of December? I'm picking up on the smallest little American flag. So there's some type of freedom with something, but I feel like it's not much. So you guys are freeing yourselves from maybe something, but it's, I don't know, I'm not getting like a lot of freedom here. I feel like it was small for a reason. I'm seeing you guys merging yourself into happiness, something nice, a lot of light and flowers. It could be just you with you on this about you guys, or it could be you about another person. And this provokes your energy is what I'm seeing. So I truly believe there's something about another person going on because your seventh house is involved. I mean, maybe this is a partnership of some kind. you know, but I don't think so, because your fifth house is talking here. It's involved, so I don't think so. Then I see a black horse. I'm picking up on a knight passing through a town with buildings, and there's this overpass that turns into a just follow me here, guys, that turns into a wolf, but there's good energy. Something about being open with yourself, about reflecting. You guys are both spirit animals. There's something about being freedom oriented, and there's fast energy. So basically what I'm saying is, yeah, do I believe that's connected with this other person? Yeah, sure. But you guys are the black horse, and you guys are this wolf is what I'm picking up on. And I feel like when people think about a wolf in general, it gets like a bad, rap, but that's not what I'm picking up on here. It just has something to do with I'm getting just freedom, and something to do with things moving fast is what I'm picking up on. So hold on one second here. Black horse, night, passing through a town with buildings. There's an overpass that turns into a wolf, but good energy. Something about being open with yourself reflects. Okay, so I said that I'm picking up on the smallest amount of freedom. So I feel like, and how I'm telling you guys, I feel like both spirit animals, it represents you guys, but I'm sure we're picking up on another person's energy as well. I feel like this overpass that is over the horse, I feel like you guys are the horse, obviously, right? But I feel like this other person is supposed to reflect this wolf that is over you. So it's almost like picture yours. I know this sounds so ridiculous, but I'm telling you, there's a message here. You guys are this horse, and you're galloping, and you're in your freedom, you're in your element, and there is this overpass, right? Hopefully I'm saying this right. So picture like a bridge, and it's open, and you guys are like running under it. And then all of a sudden this bridge turns into a huge wolf. So it's almost as if like, there is this other person that is, I feel like, watching you guys, and I feel like with this Venus and Scorpio, this can kind of talk about those type of energies. It can be obsessive like that. It can be so intertwined with another. So yeah, maybe this is what I'm picking up on, is what I'm trying to say. All right. Second week of December. December 9th, Venus in Scorpio is in opposition to Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your guys' 11th house. Then we have on December 11th, Mercury in Capricorn is sextiling Venus in Scorpio in your guys' 5th house. Then on December 12th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius for you guys in your 6th house. Okay. And then later that same day, or the following day, December 13th, Mercury goes retrograde in Capricorn in your guys' 7th house. So definitely make sure to check these dates on your own. I may be off by a day or two, okay? All right, so let's check the channeled messages that I picked up on, okay? So the second week of December, I'm getting sexual energy. I'm getting the Empress energy. Something new is happening, being connected with another. I'm also getting opposition energy, creating more, reflecting something new. I see this dark queen, like maybe her thoughts are dark and her head is, oh, right, her head is off, okay? She's holding her head, but I don't think she's even analyzing her head. So when, I don't know, just for those of you who are thinking maybe this is symbolic of her looking at, like, her analyzing herself in some kind of way, that's not what I was picking up on. She's holding her own head, but I don't think she's analyzing her head. Maybe that's what's new. It's like, this is your shadow, and this is changing something without the need to analyze it. So there's something about you guys not analyzing yourself the second week of December, and this is new for you guys because you already reflected that you love yourself. So I just want to reread that again. So the second week of December, I'm picking up on sexual energy. I'm picking up on the Empress energy. Something new is happening, being created. I'm also picking up on opposition energy, creating more, reflection, and something new. I see this dark queen, like maybe her thoughts are dark and her head is off and she's holding her head, but I don't think she's analyzing her head, and maybe that's what's new. So I think there is reflection going on, but maybe there isn't like over analyzing. There's definitely some type of difference is what I'm picking up on. So I'm channeling your guys' shadow, and there's a change with something without the need to analyze your shadow because you guys already reflected that you love yourself. Okay, so there's the reflection part. Creating more reflection, something new. So there's something you guys are reflecting on that you guys love about yourself, and there's something you guys are not analyzing regarding your shadow. You may feel tempted to dive into your past old ways, is as if that's where your power lies, but you stay strong. So I'm picking up on that you guys may be tempted to do things the old way, like the old ways that may have worked for you, but you guys don't go there is what I'm picking up on. So, but there is something, while at the same time, there's definitely something going on regarding your shadow the second week. So I just want to go over the transits again to see what this could be about. So we have Venus and Scorpio in your guys' 5th house, and it's in opposition to Jupiter in retrograde and Taurus in your 11th house. Okay, so this is the opposition energy I said I was channeling. So he said opposition energy, creating more reflection and something new. Okay, so the 5th house is not just romance, it's also the house of creativity, okay? And Scorpio energy is, and Venus energy is a creative energy. So creating more and reflecting something new. You guys actually may be doing artistic things the second week of December is what I'm picking up on. And then the opposition to that, because there's opposition energy, right? I see this dark queen, like maybe her thoughts are dark and her head is off. She's holding her head, but I don't think she's even analyzing her head. I don't think she's even analyzing her head, and maybe that's what's new. It's like, this is your shadow, and we're changing something without the need to analyze it. So when I just think about it in general, like if this were to be symbolic of something, right? Like, let's say this could be a thing where we could take our heads off, right? Without dying. There's some type of change without a doubt. So Jupiter being in Taurus, okay, let's back up for a second. Jupiter being in retrograde, this is a good energy in general. I think retrogrades get a bad rap because we think of Mercury in retrograde. Mercury in retrograde can be a negative thing because our thought process can slow down heavily. Depending on what zodiac sign, which house placement it's in, it may not be the best. But when it's in Jupiter, this is like a time to reflect. This is a time where knowledge can really come in. Spiritual knowledge can really sink in on a deeper level because it is slowed down. It is a time to reflect. I feel like it's an easier time to really get knowledge. I just don't know how to explain it. It just is. Yeah. So, and it's in your guys' 11th house. The 11th house is not just social networking, groups of friends. It's also our hopes and dreams, like our deepest dreams and desires. So I feel like this is what's going on here. And we have it in Taurus and we have it in Scorpio. So this is fixed energy, right? And the ruler of Taurus is Venus, and Venus is going to be in the 5th house. So I feel like, hold on one second, and the new moon's involved here because something new is happening. And the ruler of the new moon, because it's Sagittarius, right, is Jupiter. And that's in your guys' sixth house. The sixth house can talk about work. It talks about your daily routine. It talks about the house of healing. The house, it could talk about spirituality here just because of how it's set up with Sagittarius energy being in your sixth house. Healing could be very spiritual for you guys. This could look like religion. This could look like, I don't know, tarot. It could look like astrology practices. It could look like anything of that nature. But based off what I'm seeing here, I feel like there's a chance creating more. It could be something. So wait, hold on. Something new is happening. Something is being created. The Empress. So the Empress energy, I didn't pull any tarot, but the Empress speaks of grounded energy. It speaks of giving life to something. It speaks of pregnancy. It speaks of the intuitive psychic. She is looked at as this beautiful energy. So this makes sense about the sexual energy. I think of something being literally created. So I believe that there may be something healing going on for you guys in regards to artistic, something artistic. And if it's not artistic in regards to this, then what are the other transits? Mercury and Capricorn in your guys' seventh house is sextiling Venus. Okay, so again, it goes back to romance and another person. Where's the ruler of Saturn in the ninth house? So I would say there's something about learning about another that goes on the second week of December for you guys. I think there's two or three different things that are going on for you guys, and they may all be interconnected or maybe not. And the reason for this is I feel like something creative is speaking over here with your 5th and your 11th house axis. I feel like it is connected to the new moon. While at the same time, there's something going on with your 5th and your 7th house, which is definitely talking about another person here. And I feel like what I'm picking up on is that because I'm not seeing another person, I feel like I'm just getting you guys. But when I think of the Empress, I feel like, and the fact that I'm seeing new moon in Sagittarius in the 6th house, I feel like there will be this energy the second week of December where people will want to be either in a relationship with you guys, but I don't see you guys being involved with other people is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Because now I see about being strong enough not to go back to your old ways. Because this is the Mercury in retrograde talking. This is definitely that energy. You may feel tempted to dive into your past old ways. As if that's where your power lies, but you stay strong. So I do see past memories, past thoughts of yourself and the old ways that used to work for you kicking in the second week of December for you guys with about other people. But it's like you guys rise above it is what I'm picking up on. And the ruler of Capricorn is in the 9th house. A higher education system. So what I'm trying to say is higher wisdoms, like your mind will go here into like ninth house energy. It'll stay stronger. And again, because the ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter and it's in retrograde, there is a better time to reflect about oneself and, you know, maybe seeing how far you've gotten. So yeah, I hope that made sense. It was a little confusing. Okay, so let's get to the third week of December. December 16th, Sun in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune in Pisces. So we have the Sun in Sagittarius in your guys' sixth house, and it's squaring Neptune in Pisces in your ninth house. Then December 18th, Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn in your guys' seventh house is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your guys' 11th house. Then on December 20th, we have Venus in Scorpio in opposition to Uranus in retrograde in your 11th house in Taurus. And December 20th, we have Vesta retrograde going into Gemini. So it's leaving Cancer. It's leaving your first house. It's going into Gemini, your 12th house. So Vesta is that eternal flame that never dies. It never goes out. Something usually we're very passionate about. Okay, so let's see. December 21st, the sun goes into Capricorn, so it's leaving your sixth house. And it's going into your seventh house. Okay, now you guys have a stellium going on in your seventh house. December 21st, Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn is sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So we have Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn in your seventh house, sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your ninth house. Okay. There's definitely an energy about learning about another this month for you guys. December 21st, Sun in Capricorn in your seventh house is conjunct Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn in your seventh house. All right, so what did I channel for you guys for the third week of December? I'm seeing you guys looking into your future, into a crystal ball, wondering about another. It feeds your inner child. So I see you guys reverting back a little this week. Then I'm picking up on the Chariot energy, except it's not movement about you guys or another. I'm picking up on higher knowledge. I'm picking up on like the balanced energy of yin and yang, masculine, feminine energy. But the reason this is happening for you guys is due to Knight of Wands energy I'm picking up on. What did I write here? I don't know. Feeling passion, or Ace of Wands energy, feeling passionately about something, some type of movement. Because then I'm seeing your eyes closed, and behind your eyes, I'm seeing woods with a river. And I see so many people want in on your energy, and you guys see this. Okay, what did I say about the second week of December? I knew it. I'm sorry. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. I think the second week of December, there's this energy of other people wanting to communicate with you, hang out with you, and you guys are just more about yourselves is what I'm picking up on. But the third week of December, there's something about you guys maybe wanting to be in a relationship is what I'm seeing. Due to feeling passionately. I'm getting basically grounded energy. I'm getting water energy, but in a balanced way. And I see so many people want in on your guys' energy. But then, wait a minute, hold on 1 second. I'm seeing, but then I'm seeing yin-yang energy, and that looks good. But then I see a shark, so in the river, So there is, I believe it's a masculine. It wants in on your yin yang energy. So anytime I see a shark, it's never a good energy. It's never like a positive thing at all for obvious reasons. So now I want to look at the transits, what's going on. So because I'm seeing you guys feeling positive or wanting to be in a relationship. So I don't know if it's about this specific individual, but I am seeing an individual with shark energy. And shark energy is always an enemy. It's never anybody good. So we have the sun in Sagittarius in your guys' 6th house, and it's squaring Neptune. So there's some type of blockage here. You guys aren't able to see something clearly. And I said you guys are looking into your future, wondering about another person. It feeds your inner child. So reverting back a little bit. Okay, this could definitely be that. December 18th, Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus. Okay, so despite Mercury being in retrograde, this is still a good energy. I feel like because not all Mercury retrogrades are bad. Like, I mean, I don't know how you guys felt about the Mercury retrograde in Virgo, but I felt like that wasn't such a bad time because the ruler of Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So it was where it belonged. So it wasn't as such a holdup. I feel like it was still able to help us think clearly and not as slowly. And I don't know, it just wasn't as such a bad time. At least this was my experience with it. Let's see, the Chariot energy, due to a Knight of Wands energy, feeling passionately about something, some type of movement. And I said there's a trine between these two, between the 7th and the 11th house. Venus in Scorpio in your 5th house is opposition Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. So these two are having a rough time. I look at this as with Venus and Uranus, when it's not well aspected, this is like shaking a soda can, you know? That's usually a square in my opinion, but opposition, if it's not like, if you're not working well with it, it could be like the same type of effect. So what do I say happens for you guys? Let's see. Behind your eyes is the woods with a river, and I see so many people want in on your energy, and you see this. I'm seeing yin-yang energy and a shark. Vesta retrograde goes into Gemini in your 12th house. Okay. And then I am seeing, December 21st, sun goes into Capricorn. So you guys should be able to see clearly about other people, but the Mercury in retrograde isn't helping 100%. The Mercury retrograde in Capricorn is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in the 9th house. This is a good energy. And then December 21st, sun in Capricorn is conjunct Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn. So you guys should be able to see who the shark is. Like, that's what I'm picking up on. Despite the Mercury being in retrograde, I feel like you guys should be able to see this energy. And in fact, this person may be connected from your 11th house is what I'm picking up on. I feel like it's connected with this Venus opposition Uranus, because this is connected with your shadowy aspect from the 2nd week of December, because it's connected to the Venus in Scorpio opposition Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus. So 11th house, this is social networking, your group of people. So this could be somebody you meet through other people. This could be online networking. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get to the last week of December. December 23rd, Mercury retrograde goes into Sagittarius. Okay, so we're gonna cross this out in your 7th house. It goes into your 6th house on December 23rd. Okay. Then December 24th, the sun goes into Capricorn. I'm sorry, sun in Capricorn in your 7th house is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your 9th house. Then we have a full moon in Cancer in your 1st house on December 26th. I like that. December 26th, Chiron in Aries goes direct. I also like that one. Where is Aries? Okay. Direct. December 26th, sorry. In your 10th house. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, Chiron's been in your 10th house in retrograde. I wonder how that's been affecting you guys. December 26th, Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius in your 6th house is squaring Neptune in your 9th house in Pisces. Then December 27th, we have the sun in Capricorn in your 7th house, and it is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 11th house. Then December 27th, Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius is conjunct Mars in Sagittarius in your 6th house. Then December 28th, Mars in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune in Pisces. December 28th, Venus in Scorpio in your 5th house is sextiling Pluto in Capricorn in your 7th house. I like that. And then December 29th, Venus goes into Sagittarius in your 6th house. And then December 30th, Jupiter goes direct in Taurus in your 11th house. Okay. All right. So what did I channel for you guys? I see you guys trying to see in the dark, but having difficulty. Your higher self is really trying to get you guys to feel with your heart. This way you can see in the dark. Like, trust what your heart is telling you, despite how it may look. Oh my God. I'm seeing Lex Luthor in a wheelchair looking out at a big Christmas tree. But you guys are the tree, not the Grinch, and you should connect more so with this. Ooh, okay. So I felt like Spirit was calling you guys out. So hold on one second. Now I want to look at the transits again. So you guys are trying to see in the dark, but having difficulty. So anytime Mercury goes into Sagittarius, this is always 8 of Wands energy to me. This is messages from Spirit. This is getting intuitive downloads. This is clairaudient messages to me. This is just clear insight, and it creates passionate movement. But it's in retrograde, okay? So it may not have that same effect, and I feel like this is what I'm channeling, having difficulty. So, okay, there are certain, okay, so you know how there are certain people, everybody has different gifts, right? Whoever is psychic, intuitive, whatever gifts they have, everybody has a different gift. Now, obviously, we can get really technical and be like, well, that's in their karmic contract. That's whatever it is they signed up for. This is based on whatever they've learned from past lives due to whatever magic they learned. Yes, all of that. But at the same time, it has to do with whatever transits were going on in the cosmos when we were born. So it's just like when a portal opens up for us, there are certain transits, and when I say transits, I mean like a portal that open up, that give us an easier time to connect with our psychic abilities, our intuitive abilities, than other transits, right? So what I'm picking up on is the last week of December for my sun, moon, rising Cancers it's a harder time. Honestly, actually, it could be for the collect. I just can't think straight right now. I'm sorry. It's more of a difficult time to access your intuition the last week of December is what I'm picking up on. Okay. And you basically have to realize that you have to not look at something based off the way it may seem, the way it may look. So the example I wrote was, and you guys, depending on where you guys are at in your soul's like evolution, you may not like agree with this example, but it's the only type of example I could think of at the moment. When someone's stealing money from you, by trying, so I may consider someone stealing money from me when they're trying to get me to buy something from them, because whatever they're trying to get me to buy from them, and let's say this is a friend of mine, and they know that I don't need whatever it is they want me to buy from them. Okay, let's say they're a salesperson, and really at the end of the day, it has to do more so about making a sales quota. And they don't know that I know this, but this is what it is, okay? But they're really just thinking about themselves and the fact that they don't want to get fired. So instead, they're trying to get me to buy something from them so they don't get fired. But they're trying to make me think, no, no, you really need this product. You're always talking about this. You're always talking about that. Don't you think this product would really be great? So I would consider that like, I would probably make it something it's really not, and be like, wow, like you're really a thief. Like you're really stealing from me. Like you would steal money from my pocket just so you have money in yours because you can't do your job properly. You know what I mean? Like I would take it personal instead of realizing the situation for what it really is that this person is literally thinking about their livelihood at this point. They're thinking about the roof over their head. They're literally just thinking about the fact that they may not have a place to sleep next month. They're not thinking about anything else. They're not thinking about, oh, I'm going to try to hurt this person. I'm trying to ruin our friendship. I'm trying to steal money, you know? So hopefully you guys are following with that type of example, but it doesn't look, the situation isn't really how it looks. They're really not a bad person at the end of the day. They're just in a shitty situation that, yeah, maybe they got themselves into. But their heart, that shouldn't dictate how their heart is at the end of the day. So I hope that makes sense. So there's something here that you guys are going through, I feel like in December, and it connects with this the last week. And there's somebody who, anytime I see a wheelchair, it's, and I'm not making fun of people in wheelchairs, it just means they're having difficulty in life with something. So yeah, I feel like that's what's going on, and this is that shark energy here, unfortunately, is what I'm picking up on. So trying to see in the dark but having difficulty, your higher self is really trying to get you guys to feel with your heart. This way you can see in the dark. Like, trust what your heart is telling you despite how it may look. Lex Luthor in a wheelchair looking out at a big Christmas tree, but you guys are the tree, not the Grinch, and you guys should connect more so with this. What were the rest of the transits? So Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius, and the 6th house is squaring Neptune. So your mind, your thought process is having a block with your higher mind, your intuition, being able to see things, being able to see through things is what I'm picking up on. But since it's in retrograde, you guys may feel like you guys are able to see through things is what I'm picking up on. Especially since it's Sagittarius and Pisces energy. These two have the same ruler, Jupiter, because their original rulers hold true, and the original ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. So then Mars in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune. Okay. Yeah, I pick up on Mars in Pisces energy, which is like difficult. This is like walking through the fog, the clouds, not sure which moves to make. Venus and Scorpio in the 5th house is sextiling Pluto in Capricorn in your 7th house. So that's a good energy. I like that. And I feel like this is talking about the fact that you guys are the Christmas tree. I know that's a silly analogy, but there's something to that. And then Venus goes into Sagittarius in the 6th house. So there's something about healing going on after all the difficulty. And then Jupiter goes direct. And again, Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces, and it's the ruler of Sagittarius, right? And where is Taurus? And it's in your 11th house. So you guys are going to be able to see something clearly at the very end of December, more so I think going into January, because I wasn't picking up on it for you guys the last week of December. But I feel like it is connected to this energy of not being able to see something clearly about another person. I feel like you're basically seeing the worst in another person. And something here requires healing is what I'm getting. So yeah, that's really all I'm getting for you guys for the month of December. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to add in. No, that's really it. All right, guys.